I am more than excited to share some secrets with you, one of my favorite topics. Listen carefully and let's get started. First, imagine a situation where you seem to know everything about food and nutrition, what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, everything that would make your body look well and your health be good. And at a certain period of time, you meet a friend who becomes your best friend, who has a perfect figure, and she seems to know nothing about nutrition. And you're like, how can you look this good and not be aware of this and that? And you even give some advice to this person. But later on you find out that actually you had various forms of an eating disorder and your best friend didn't. You have to imagine this situation, but I don't, because it happened to me. And in this video I want to compare my behavior at that time, having an eating disorder, with the behavior of my best friend, who was subconsciously doing the right things so that you don't make the same mistakes and stay healthy and look good at the same time. Okay, so let's start with the first secret. It is to eat whatever you want. It's truly a secret, because there are so many people thinking that and telling everyone that the only norm is to not eat after 6 p.m. and you have to follow it. If you don't, then you're not eating in a healthy way, which is fully wrong, because there are different kinds of people. Certain people naturally want to not eat after they wake up. They have to do something in the morning, spend several hours, and only then they get hungry. If you are not hungry, you should not eat, okay? Just because somebody says that you have to have breakfast and not eat dinner late. No, you have to listen to what your body says. If you wake up at 5 a.m. and you want to have your breakfast at 6 a.m., it's okay to have lunch around 12 or 1 p.m. and then have your dinner at 6 p.m. But if you have your breakfast at let's say 12 or 11 a.m., then you will naturally want to have your lunch a bit later at around 4 p.m. Let's say, it's an example. And then consequently you will not be hungry enough for the dinner at 6 p.m. You will prefer a dinner at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and it may be a norm for you because you go to bed at 12, so it will be at least 3 hours before going to bed, which is a perfect scenario of everything. So please keep in mind that you have to listen to yourself. About the example, so what happened to me and my best friend? I had very strict rules. I actually was eating just within the period of 4 hours, starting, or 5 hours, starting from 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. Before that, after that, I wasn't eating at all. It's so sad to understand right now, being a nutritionist already and acknowledging all the wrong things that I did. What my best friend did. So she was eating just what she wanted. If we had a full day of doing something, shopping, restaurant, studies, we would come back home at 1 a.m. later in the evening, and I would not have anything. I would just go to bed and wait till my allowed hour to have my breakfast. And my best friend would have a second light dinner because she's hungry. And if she doesn't eat, she would just not be able to fall asleep. Therefore, she would have bad moods the next day and everything would be bad. It doesn't mean that she would eat a big bowl of, I don't know, something, pokeball, and then eat a whole cake. No, she would have a salad or a piece of chicken with broccoli and lentils or something. She would have something to not be hungry, and then she would go to bed. And then she would wake up and not be that hungry in the morning. She would wait several hours and then have her late breakfast and lunch. So yeah, it would be a norm for her. It would be a norm for her body. It would be a norm for her style of living. Second secret is quite similar to what I already said before, but it's about what to eat and not just when to eat. Oh, I did so many mistakes about this one. So, hear me carefully. You can eat whatever you want. I'll repeat. You can eat whatever you want and it will not harm your figure. You'll look your best and eat whatever you want. And it would be healthy for you in reality. Let me note something here. If you don't have an eating disorder, you will never want to eat, let's say, burgers from early in the morning till late at night every day. No. If you don't have an eating disorder, you will want various types of foods which are good for your body. You will most likely want to eat high in nutritious value foods 80% of the time and eat something like a piece of cake 20% of the time, and it would be a norm. If you do have an eating disorder, you have to work with it, but in reality you have to understand that it's a norm, that your body wants a lot of vegetables, wants meat or fish or some kind of protein. Your role here is to just listen to your body and give it what it asks. About me. So what I had, oh my god, I did so many mistakes. I was very strict about what I can eat and what I cannot eat. I used to not eat sugar at all for 4 years. Same goes to eating bread, for example. I wasn't eating bread. There were a lot of things which I wasn't eating for a long time, which was not good, because even though I was consuming nutritious foods, they weren't fully satisfying me, and I was putting my body into stress mode, where my body wouldn't understand whether it can trust me, whether it can give impulses that it needs this, and whether I would react to those impulses. Please don't do the same mistake as I did. Do what my best friend did. So what she did, she would always understand what she wants. If she wants a Pokeball, she would have a Pokeball. If she wants a piece of cake, let's say, she would have that piece of cake. And an important note here is that if she ordered a piece of cake, she's eating it, and she's done with half of the piece, and she understands that she's already satisfied, full, doesn't want anything else, she would stop. She wouldn't finish it just because she paid for it and she doesn't want to throw it away. No. No, she is done and she would leave it. The same goes to me right now. I will not put extra stuff inside. But the same goes, if I want something, I would have it because my body wants it. And an interesting thing is that you are actually looking better. So when you start letting your body trust you, your body won't be bloated that much. It will naturally become more slim, more toned. It's a natural effect. You do not have to fight with your body. You want the same goal. Be healthy, look good, just trust yourself. Third secret, don't over-exercise, please. It's so important for your body to have enough hours of rest and for your body to do physical activity which it enjoys. If you go to gym and you hate gym, it's not good. Don't think that just because you make yourself go to the gym, it would benefit you. No, it will harm your body, put it into a stress mode. So what is the solution here is that you should find a type of activity which you like, enjoy, and you have to do it at least a little bit every day. In case of my best friend, she wasn't going to the gym that much. She liked walking. She was walking quite a lot. She would sometimes go to a dance class and do some Pilates, some light form of activity, and it worked for her specifically. It won't necessarily work for you. You have to find your type of activity which you enjoy. For me, what I was doing at the same time, I was working out every day, 3 hours a day. I could have a rest like 1 day per month, which is not good, especially for a woman's body. Please have your rest. If you do enjoy going to a gym frequently, do what you like to do because you get satisfaction from that, but give your body enough time to rest. Maybe do several times a week a full recharge day where you don't do physical activity at all. And about hours of workout. So don't think that if you do more, it would make you slimmer. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, you may bloat instead. or your body may keep water, so you may look even bigger because you over exercise. So the set point here is to test what works the best. Try working out a bit more, or like dancing a bit more. Try doing that a bit less and see how your body reacts, and just adjust to what you see, what works for you. For secrets, don't listen to non-professionals. First of all, if everything is good in your life and somebody says that you're doing this in a wrong way, if you trust this person, you can test with the suggested proposal and see whether it works for you. But in most cases, what you are already doing is already right. What this person suggested, of course, can work for this person, but there is such a thing as bio-individuality, which means that there is not set rule in nutrition for everyone. There are recommendations, most frequent cases, but nothing that is the same for everyone. I'll give an example of my best friend. If your close one says that you cannot eat after 6 p.m. and you understand that your whole life you were eating your dinner at around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and it worked for you very well, just continue doing that. That person cannot eat after 6 p.m., their choice. If what you're doing works for you, and right now, when I'm already a nutritionist, I'm glad that she managed to stick to the things that she felt like right for her. It was a right decision. What I was doing, I wasn't listening to my close ones who weren't really aware of what is better for your health, but I was listening to a lot of people online who seemed to be very professional about the topic of nutrition, but in reality they gave me bad advice which didn't work for me, unfortunately. So please hear yourself. If you cannot hear yourself, learn how to hear yourself, which you'll be able to do with my videos. So don't forget to subscribe. The fifth secret and advice is to sleep enough. So sleep is very much connected to how you eat. I'll explain. If you sleep enough, your body isn't in the stress mode, it naturally wants to eat less. If you don't sleep enough, your body will not understand what happens because it needs that energy that you didn't get with your sleep. It will look for other solutions regarding where to get this energy. And the easiest one here is to eat extra. It will ask you to have a piece of usually something sweet, something high in calories, so that it gets the energy quickly. So what to do? Sleep enough. You will naturally want to eat less. If you have to sleep not much, because let's say you have an exam period or you have a stressful time at work and it will last for a month, let's say, give your body more for food so that it gets those nutrients, that energy from another source, and it somehow manages to go through this stressful period without this period being too harsh on your body. But if you don't have a stressful period, everything is alright, and you decide to sleep not much, let's say if you are partying a lot, not good, you have to have enough hours of sleep to be healthy. Please keep this in mind. Health is very, very important. If you don't sleep enough, you will naturally want to overeat. Overeating is not good for your body and health, same as undereating. An example to what my best friend did, and I did wrong, very wrong. So no matter what, if it's exam period, she would structure her day in a way that she manages to do everything and sleep enough hours, at least 6 hours, preferably 8 hours, because it's important. I could sacrifice the hours of sleep to get what I want, which was not good because I was also not giving my body enough nutrients. So I wanted to overeat, but I was so strict to myself that I would not overeat. And my body was fully shocked because I was not sleeping enough, I was not eating enough. And my body just didn't know what to do. It was in a survival mode, which is not good please don't follow my mistakes. That's it. Those are 5 secrets from my personal life and my best friend's personal life. Things that I now understand, already being a nutritionist, that I used to do wrong and my best friend subconsciously used to do right and still subconsciously does right. She may not even know that she's doing a great job, but she's, and I'm very proud of her. Tell me in the comments whether you follow all of the steps which I mentioned in this video, or if you don't, why are you planning to listen to me, or are you not agreeing with me? I would be very interested to talk with you in the comment section down below.